Hi and welcome. Today I have a quick and easy card to share using Zig markers. I will be using this Cosmos Bloom background stamp, embossing ink, which is a clear sticky ink, and gold embossing powder, and I went ahead and I heat embossed the stamped image on Bristol smooth cardstock. It's slightly larger than my card base, and I selected some happy rainbow colors. I start with this purple, with this violet color. I apply the color mainly at the base of the petal and on few more places, and then with a wet brush I start spreading it out. At this point I didn't realize that I can just color few petals at a time, so I keep doing petal by petal, and a little bit later I do few at once, just because I'm so used to having just a stamped image and not heat embossed, so it doesn't have these raised edges as a barrier to stop the colors from moving. I will fast show you a little bit from each flower or each color that I used. This one is turquoise green, and here I'm just adding the color to most of the petals. I go over each quickly with a wet brush, then clean it off, dab it off, and I spread the color, and I move on to the next one, and I will continue the same way with the other flowers, and I will have the names of the colors also on the screen. And I haven't done this in quite a long time, and since I had my Zig markers already out on my desk from my previous project, I decided to use them. For this flower I chose the pink color, and I have sped this video up quite a bit, but also in reality it didn't take me too long. If you have any suggestions or if you would like to see something, just leave me a comment and I will see what I can do. Also, if you would like to do a collaboration or something else together, you can send me a message on Instagram, Facebook, even on my blog. I have the contact form. Next color is yellow, and I do the exact same thing, and I work on just few petals at once, just because I have the habit of dipping my fingers into the wet and then dragging it to places where I don't want. After the yellow comes cobalt blue, and off screen I will add few more of the already used colors. For the floral centers, I chose deep blue, and I just scribble it and spread out with the wet paintbrush. For the leaves, I first started with May green, but it looked way too light, so off screen I added green on top of it. For the flower centers, I wanted to have them more shiny, so I applied this jelly with paintbrush and left it aside to dry, and I also added a second coat of the same colors over the flowers, just scribbling a little bit on each petal and spreading it out with a damp brush. And I used the same deep blue to cover between the florals. So once I was done with the coloring, I cut out this piece of cardstock with the Scalloped rectangle die, and I also found from my stash this Sending Hugs die, and I cut it out twice and glued both pieces together, and I also applied from the jelly on top to make it sparkle. I don't know if you can see, and I added the vellum piece just to make it stand out more. I added few dots of the Nuvo Deluxe adhesive behind the letters and just dab it a bit with my finger and then attach it to the card. I also added few dabs of glue on left and right on that vellum just to make it stick, and it's not really seen. I haven't had issues with this Nuvo Deluxe adhesive. And lastly, I decided to add silver confetti just on few places, and once everything is well adhered, I also added a little bit of the Nuvo crystal glaze, just few dots here and there at the floral centers, and here you can see the close-up photos. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate you taking the time to watch. If you enjoyed the video, just hit the like and leave me a comment. Bye!